Shoot. Um. How do I do this? Assign? Yes, guess two. Assign. Hello, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. We're good to go. So we're live. We're live. So I've got we're ornaments now. So
I love it.
can everyone in the chat hear us? We're waiting for our special buddy to set up the how we're getting in. So I'm trying to keep it on the DL because I don't want to kick us out. Okay, let's see. Answer
are
this.
Are you getting echo from me?
No, I think you're good.
Yeah.
Assign.
I hear an
guess.
echo.
Oh, dang it.
Do you hear an echo? Try again.
Hello? Let me try. We can hear you. I think it must. Let me figure this out.
Me?
No, I don't hear an echo, but they might. So let me figure this out.
Cheryl's echoing. Oh Lord.
We had this issue, but I wanted to be ornaments, so hopefully we'll get it to work. Okay, we're gonna do a test, so I'm gonna go test, then we're gonna go around, and then let me know who, you're not echoing, but they are. Dang it. Shoot. Okay, let me turn this off. Let me try to do a different sound. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Let me try this. Testing. Amy, everyone has an echo? Shit. Oh,
Okay,
oh, yes.
Do we want to do like one at a time?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Amy, go first.
Okay. So testing for me.
Um,
And then we need someone in the chat to say if we're echoing or not.
yes. Voice, sound levels. Let me try to fix this. Wah.
Okay, so someone said I don't have an echo.
Good.
Okay.
Sound effects.
Testing. Do I have an echo?
Not from me.
Okay, Amy, you're
anybody's
good.
delayed though?
Yeah, it's delayed a little bit, but they're saying that Amy's good. So we're doing Cheryl next. Jessica, you're in charge. Jessica, does Cheryl have an echo?
Do I have an echo?
Sound levels, where is it?
I'm good, Melissa says.
Okay, good. Okay, great. All right, Amber, you want to try? You want to test it out?
Do I have an echo? I do. I am like delayed though. I can see that.
That's okay. No echo? Yes. Okay, good. All right.
But Amber and Amy, I can't see your all's delay. So it's just us. So maybe not look at yourself when you're talking.
Yeah. So we're
Okay.
we're like 20 seconds behind the chat. So Amber's good. We're all good.
Okay.
Great. Okay, great.
Sorry.
Let
me mute myself. I got this little dog.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my Zoom call and we're gonna figure this out. But I'm gonna leave that off screen until I get it set up so that we don't mess anything up. Okay, my account. Meetings. Start. Oh my god, I'm scared. Hopefully this is gonna work. Okay. Join.
She said,
that.
Amber, you don't have an echo, but you got a nice rack.
We love it. It's going to be so good for our stream analytics. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I need to start wearing lower cut shirts.
Don't, Amber. No, give the people what they want.
Okay.
Give the people what they want, Amber. Give them what they want.
Settings. None. Okay.
So everybody
trying-
is looking for him right now, and Peyton is looking at me like, "What is going on? What are you doing?"
These are our friends on the internet.
We're
Peyton.
helping fight exploitation. That's what we're doing.
These are,
As Christmas ornaments.
these are the kind of friends you need to make on the internet, Peyton.
Oh yeah. How do you get a wrench next to your name?
Hey, there you go. Say hi.
Hi,
Hi.
baby girl. How are you?
You're an ornament.
Hi.
Your
Do
ornament.
you
Right
see
there.
yourself as an ornament? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Emma, we miss you. We miss Jen too.
Say bye.
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 I think Jen said that she's gonna try.
Yes, so I have preset. I finally figured out this program. So I have preset guest spots in the ornament. So whenever someone pops in, they'll automatically go here and into our other scene. And we're just waiting for my buddy to hopefully let us. She's going to, but I want to keep it off screen so we don't get booted.
Right.
Last week, our buddy said that the new program they're using is safe, and so I'm like, well, welcome back, Snarkers unite in a non-culty way. So
That's just like challenge accepted. It's
Yep.
Like, okay.
Yep, and I think I
Hello,
can get
everyone. Hello.
Last time she was like, "Oh, I'm not recording the team calls anymore to keep it safe." Yeah, here we are.
Here we are. Let's see. I'm gonna try to fix my widget so we can get the chat on the screen, but maybe we can't get it. Let's see. We'll see if it loads. Yeah, we'll tell you when we start so that we're trying to not get booted. So it's gonna be good. The person that we thought was not going to let us in, we're getting in. So, oh my goodness. Okay, where is it?
Grab an
There it is.
energy drink because y'all are going to need it.
Yep, any not. There we go. Perfect. Stream is up on the chat's up on the stream. Hello everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Let me change my name. Hopefully we may have to do this. She may be doing it right at 7, so we're going to. Okay. I think I'm set up and I'm ready whenever you are. Okay. Who is it? It's a surprise, but I'm not trying to drag it out. I'm just trying not to get booted, you know? We want to be able to we know that we've got some eyeballs on us, so we're just trying to keep it anonymous until
Eyeballs, but DC were blocked by everybody.
yeah.
No.
How
did
could
they
this
see us?
happen? How could we get into another call? Mwahaha. I'm so
I'm just
excited.
saying naughty. We're going on the naughty list for sure.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure Santa's like, you know what? I like y'all, but here's some coal for you. We'll just make some face scrub for ourselves.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll just go and get my hair done at the dry bar. That always
Oh,
seems
yes.
to make me
I
happy.
love your hair looks great. I know you said
I
that you
did
were
not
there
mention
earlier.
that on purpose, but like literally, that place brings me life. I love that place.
No, it looks incredible.
I have decided that I'm just going to spend money on cutting my own bangs and then go to the dry bar from
Yeah.
now on.
That's amazing. That's super smart.
Awesome.
Ooh. Let's see. Is the Zoom all about
Oh, yeah.
coaching?
Yeah, what is it? What is the Zoom about?
Okay, it is about. The topic of the meeting is have a no excuse mentality during the hard seasons.
Oh dear. Oh dear God.
Oh.
That
Does
girl
this
that I
feel like
shared
it's
on my
75 hard? Because she's doing 75 hard, but I think she's already given up on it.
Yeah, she yeah.
She got sick, I think.
Yeah, she is sick for sure.
The girl that I shared on my stories, the one that did the her name is Jeanette.
Uh-huh.
Isn't she on her team?
Jeanette Isley?
Yeah.
Yep. She's going to be on this call. She
So
blocked
you
me.
want to know something funny? Jake sent me
Yeah.
a TikTok of the Isley's TikToks, not knowing who it was, because he just sends me TikToks to watch later.
Yeah.
And I was like, these people are the worst people ever. I was like, don't
Yeah.
send me any more of their TikToks.
Well,
quit supporting them.
She had Modere in her stories today.
Oh, yep. They're all jumping ship.
Did
She
Jeanette
had
Isley?
Modere. Yeah, she had the
Jeanette Isley
chocolate.
did?
Yeah, she had Modere in her. She said she's putting down. She's showing everything she's eating, and so I'm going to tell you the way Modere works is you can be a customer, like you can make money from having a customer account.
Yeah.
So she could possibly be making money.
Yep.
This isn't good
Right
for
now.
this isn't good for Emily.
Oh, she's
If
got it in her. She showed it today. She's doing the liquid collagen on the spoon that tastes like plastic.
dude,
makes you
Emily's
poop.
whole team is about to crumble. This is gonna be like the fourth person she's lost
Yep.
for MLM.
They're waiting in line to be let in because what they're doing is they're letting one person in at a time, and it's getting confirmation that someone knows that person that they're letting in. Yep. Information control, pro level, except not, because hopefully we're getting in. Oh my god. Yeah, Jeanette, it's not you. It's a different person. it's a different Beachbody person. Her husband asked if I fed my 1-year-old son because he was. Are you serious? What? Oh
and
my god.
Here's the thing that doesn't make sense with Jeanette, though, because she's got Modere Trim, and then on the next one, she has Shakeology.
Yeah.
Yep. So which is it? Which is it?
Did you see her addition of Jell-O to her Shakeology ingredient?
Yeah.
I can't.
I told y'all. I told you. That's how I used to make it taste good.
Well, and she just barely went on their diamond retreat.
Yep.
Like, wow.
Let's see. And yeah, they're going even slower because they're literally checking everybody. And they're saying like, oh, do you know this person? Oh, yeah. And also, are they in the Facebook group? And so they're very concerned about this information getting out. Oh, my goodness.
Oh yeah, they're scared about us pointing out how they're deceptive.
And what other business would do that? Sure, I get you want to have your meetings be private. Chick-fil-A has their meetings out at the tables in front of everyone where they talk about everything. And yeah, I know not everyone likes Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying like the meetings. There's lots of meetings that like you're going to talk about stuff, and that it's not like, oh my gosh, if someone hears this, it's the end. Only in multi-level marketing. Only in multi-level marketing. And maybe cults.
If you're in a corporate setting where you have non-proprietary, when you have like a non-disclosure type stuff, I mean, that makes sense, right? Like I used to, when I worked for Samsung, I used to have to sign a non-disclosure every launch for the phones.
But here's the interesting thing. These guys know zero proprietary information. They know nothing. And all they're going to do, they're just going to be regurgitating whatever personal development they're reading at the time.
I feel like I need to go on mute.
Hold on.
Do we need to go on mute? I feel like they can hear us. Can they hear us?
They're not going to hear us.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the screen share. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear the audio?
I
Can you
can't
hear it
hear
now?
anything.
No? Dang it. I'm trying to fix it. Uh, mm-hmm. Burn the ships? I'm trying to fix the audio.
I am echoing.
Okay, hold on. Is that better? I fixed it. I just don't know why we can't hear the sound.
Whoever's sharing their screen with you should make sure that they're also sharing the sound on their Zoom.
Yeah, I can hear the audio in my headphones though, so I'm just trying to share the sound to y'all.
Oh, okay. I thought I was actually
Let me see.
knowing something, DC.
I thought DC was saying that she's hearing things in her head again.
Y'all are hilarious. Okay. Sound levels. Bring all to front. Oh, why can't I hear the sound? I was so close to having a good stream. Let's see. How do I do this? Camera effects, chat. There it is.
My Energize every single month. I
Can you
never
hear now?
really thought like this would be a full-time job for me, but
We're still waiting for
it
screen
is.
share, so
And it's my job every single day to show up for myself, and if I'm not showing up for me,
oh, she left. Hold on, she's gonna come back hopefully. Dang it. Join. Oh, we're gonna join hers. Hold on. Let me exit. Dang it. End meeting for all. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Instagram. Sorry, I'm getting back in. Okay. Oh, shoot. It was my fault. Okay.
work out. I still check into my boot camps. I still show up on social media, even on the days that are really, really hard. And even on the days where I really don't want to, because I think sometimes to myself, just like everybody else, like nobody really cares about this, Becky. Like nobody really cares. Nobody's joined you in a month. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to do this. I mean, I have those thoughts all the time. But then the next day I show up and I have, 4 or 5 messages sitting in my inbox from girls that want information on a boot camp because they're at the lowest point they've ever been in their lives. And they are literally feeling like I was 4 years ago before I signed up. So something else Janet shared with me, and she got this little piece of advice from someone else, was to be talking to the girl that you were before you signed up for these programs, right? So for me, that is, a mom of 4 who was really struggling, like physically, mentally, emotionally, in all areas of life. I was struggling. And then I found this thinking it was going to be something else that I would quit. And I didn't. And 4 years later, it's changed my life in every single one of those ways, mentally, physically, emotionally. So I tell myself literally every day, you guys. If there are people watching me that are feeling like I was 4 years ago, then it is literally my job to show them what's possible. Like, literally my job to show them that, you know, it was a struggle to get, you know, kids out the door this morning.
Oh my God.
dog threw up on the carpet. 5 million things are going wrong today. But
Let's see.
I still came home and I still pressed play on a workout. I still showed up. I still worked my business. And I'm doing that despite all of it. I am making zero excuses. Zero. So
That sounds awful.
if you are having a moment like that today, tomorrow, next week, because it's going to happen, especially as we near the end of the year, we all have, you know, this time of year, we all want to just kind of throw in the towel. But you have no idea how many of your boot campers are wanting to do the same exact thing. Like, you have boot campers in your group right now that are giving up on themselves, giving up on their goals and saying, you know, I'll just refocus at the beginning of the year. I'll just start over at the beginning of the year. You have people that are watching you thinking, I'll just sign up with her at the beginning of the year. But you showing up tomorrow on a day that's super hard, especially those girls, I know there's a ton of you doing 75 hard right now. You showing up for 2 workouts, I mean, there really can be no excuse made. You know what I'm saying? Like, there really can't be. So
75 hard is awful.
I
So
feel
no.
like I adopted this mentality years ago, but I started making excuses.
Who is this?
I was a college athlete. I played sports my
Becky,
entire life. This is
Becki.
literally the mentality that I have taught all of my kids who are all athletes. Like, we make no excuses. We show up every single day. We work hard, and nobody's handing anything to you. So nobody's handing you success in this business. Nobody's handing you, you know, physical results. Nobody's handing it to you. You're going to have to work for that. So while I was teaching my kids all of that, here's me making every excuse in the book not to show up for a workout, not to really push myself and do something that really makes me happy. Instead, I'm just working a corporate job that I really didn't love, and I'm just going through the motions of life. Like, that's literally all I was doing. And I would make excuse after excuse as to why I shouldn't be doing this. You know, I have no time. I have, you've all heard it a million times. So I'll be completely honest here. I feel like even the first, on and off, the first couple of years that I was a coach, I do feel like I would kind of skate a little bit, right? Like, I've hit Success Club every single month since I've been a coach. So 4 years in a row now, I Success Club. And there admittedly have been times in those 4 years where I just skate. Like, I know it's going to happen. I'm never going to get to the end of the month and not make it happen. That's just never going to be a thing for me. So I would just skate.
What?
And then a year ago, I did 75 hard.
Oh my gosh.
I finished 75 hard for the first time on December 30th of last year. And
what's up, Andre?
Nothing will teach you not to make an excuse more than 75 hard.
Oh, give me a break.
And while I've had moments, you know, leading up to that, leading up to doing it for the first time, where I wouldn't make excuses, I would show up, I would finish programs, I would knock it out. Then I would have a moment, you know, for a few weeks or months where I would make excuses. I would be like, oh my God, I need to switch programs. This one's too hard. Or, you know, I'm just going to double up tomorrow, knowing damn good well that I'm not doubling up shit tomorrow. Like, every single time I would fall back into excuses. And once you do something like 75 hard, and I'm not saying it has to be 75 hard, but once you do something like that, once you commit like that, once you stay disciplined enough to do something like that, you literally stop making excuses for everything else in your life. And that means that when you don't want to hop on Instagram and post an invite, you don't want to hop on Instagram and invite 10 or 15 people, you make no more excuses, because now you're like, okay, well, do I want to be successful? Okay, well, then I have to show up. I have to get on Instagram. I have to, you know, make my presence known. I have to, you know, engage with people genuinely and authentically. And I have to invite them to this opportunity because look what it's doing for me. I have
What
to invite
the
them
hell
to do
is
this?
this?
Because look what it's doing for me.
Okay.
And once you decide that there are no more excuses, like you're not going to bed tonight until, you know, you get your workout in, until you show up on Instagram, until you send 10 invites. And when you decide to do that, you guys, it all changes. Everything changes. I leveled up my business the most I ever had. Last year when I finished 75 hard. Like, I came back from that retreat, I hit 1 star, and I was like barely hanging on to diamond when I left that retreat. So I hit 1 star in like 3 weeks. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's been easy to even try to get to 2-star because I struggle with it every freaking month.
Wow.
But I truly believe that head down, stay in your lane, make no excuses, no plan B, no option B. You are literally going to change everything. And I am proof of that. I hope you guys, I mean, I'm sure all of you watch Jeanette. Jeanette is proof of that. Emily is proof of that. Heather is proof of. There are so many people on this call that I'm looking at, and I have my screen huge so I can see pretty much everything.
Oh, God.
There are so many people on this call that I look at and I think, okay, she made no excuses because I saw her on the retreat. She makes no excuses because she's doing phase 2 of.
We make no excuses to getting into your Zoom calls. So
see it and it's there. So if you're struggling right now, I just encourage you, like, and really close out all the noise around you. Just put your head down, get to work, and you know what you need to do. I don't think there's very many people on this call that are probably completely lost as to what to do as a coach. And if you are, all you have to do is reach out and ask one of us. But if you are serious about it, then you can't make any excuses. I literally can make no excuses because there is no reason to not.
Yep, I did
be on
75
Instagram
hard
every
too.
single day, sharing your journey, and that's literally all you're doing. Like, quite literally all you're doing is showing up every single day for you, sharing it on Instagram for everyone else, and inviting all of those people to do this with you. It's literally your job every day. So I kind of thought people might have like questions and stuff. So if you have questions, put them in the chat because I'm a fast talker, so I'll fly through this.
They're trying
and I don't have a
to
presentation, I'm just talking. So
infiltrate another interest group and pull them into Beachbody.
I would like to know, I mean, if you guys are cool, I don't care if you unmute or just put it in the chat. I'm looking at the chat now. If there's anything particular, like that somebody is struggling with as far as, you know, excuses, you feel like you're kind of like letting your foot off the gas because it's the end of the year and you'll just like pick back up the pace. Because now is really the time, you guys. Like, we did a call with a corporate mentor the other day on our personal team call, Jeanette and I, and she said, she's like, a lot of people, you know, in the business kind of like let their foot off the gas in December because they feel like people are spending money, you know, for Christmas and all that other stuff, and they just don't have the money to spend. But it's really quite the opposite. This is the time where people are looking to spend that money on themselves so that they can start fresh at the beginning of the year. So December could potentially be a really, really great month for everybody, but you have to be showing up and doing the work first. If you're not showing up and doing the work, you're literally showing
not Beachbody.
No one else what's possible. What does your day look like? Do you follow the tracker? Do you do certain tasks every single day? Well, I do follow the tracker, but I don't actually have the tracker in front of me. So, like, I do all the things on the tracker every single day. And sometimes I feel like it looks a little bit different. So one day I may be, you know, here's one thing about me. For me, if it happens slower, meaning if I advance in the business slower,
and January
I'm okay with that.
Is awful
if
too.
I'm building genuine and authentic relationships with people, because I'm a person where when you sign up with me, like, I never want you to leave. So I feel like if it happens a little bit slower because the relationships I'm creating on social media are genuine and authentic, because I truly go about those conversations like I've just met my new friend sitting at a bar having a drink with her. Like, so I go about those conversations in a very authentic, genuine way. So for me, sometimes I spend more time doing that than I will be like inviting, I guess you could say. But I do make sure that I'm trying to take as much time, you know, as I can in a day to actually invite. But otherwise, my day is pretty typical. Obviously, like, show up, work out, stuff around the house, sit down, and I like break it up over the day. I don't sit down and just do like 6 hours of work or anything like that, because this is my full-time job. You know, like, I'll like create TikToks and reels and things like that. Or it just depends. Like, every day is different. I mean, I check in with Jeanette every single day, and every day I'm like, hey, this is what I need to focus on today. And some days it's more social media geared, and some days it's more like reach out to my renewals, more, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends. But typically I do follow the tracker, just not with the actual tracker in front of my face. Amanda said she's been so sick. Everyone is so sick. I texted Emily this morning. I'm like, there's so much going around. It's honestly frightening, especially this close to Christmas. People are constantly on their goals when they're watching. Yeah. So that was something else that I feel like I struggle with, was sharing my story like over and over again. I mean, I don't share it like every day or anything, but I feel like I just shared it last week. And when I thought about it, I was like, I don't think I've talked about this in probably a couple years, just about like where I was when I got started, how I was feeling, like all the things, physically, mentally, all of that. And I hadn't shared that in a really long time. And it's not like I shared that so that people will be banging down my door wanting to sign up with me. I shared that, number one, because it feels good to share where I was versus where I'm at now. And number two, because there's so many people out there, whether they sign up with you or not, that can really relate to, like how you're feeling in a certain season, right? Especially, when you're feeling shitty. Honestly, like it sucks
she's saying
so many people can relate to that, but so
use every single experience to lure people into Beachbody.
Absolutely.
What would you say to a new coach who is having a hard time gaining momentum? Just don't quit. Be super consistent. I feel like at the very beginning, and I keep saying I'm going to do this, like go back to like my old stories and like post a couple like cringeworthy, awful stories. But I got like so caught up in like how stupid I sounded and all that other stuff that I would just never post. I didn't post a workout clip on my stories, you guys, for probably like the first 6 months because I was so embarrassed. Just like about how I looked, like how silly I looked, like all the things. I was super worried about what people thought, mostly people that knew me personally. Now, obviously, and this took a while for me to, really get. But Emily used to say this all the time. She used to be like, those people don't pay your bills. Why do you care? Like what they say, why do you care about them? Their thoughts, their opinions. It's hard to kind of go about it with that mentality, but they don't pay my bills, they don't raise my kid, and they don't run my household. Like, I really don't care what they think. So I just learned to be super, super consistent. And honestly, I saw success right out of the gate when that started happening. I hit Success Club, like, right away. I mean, if you're showing up and you're showing people, like, they're going to start to see the change. And I don't just mean physically, but, like, mentally. I remember when I was doing 75 Hard, how many people would swipe up on my stories every day and they're like, you just look so much happier now. And I wasn't sharing 75 Hard on social media. So people were just like, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it because you look so much happier. And so I think that when you're showing up every day and you're just being super consistent, number one, I know for me, the people whose stories I watch every single day, I like look to them as like, I know this sounds pretty, as like my safe place on Instagram, right? Like I know I'm always going to
people are leaving the meeting as we're streaming this right now.
And when they're posting,
there's just
it
like
makes me feel like
there's a pop-up down here of people who are leaving the meeting right now.
People that I look to every single time I'm on social media, and I want to be that for people. So every single day, I want somebody to log on to social media, Instagram first thing in the morning, and see my accountability mirror in the pic.
It's very ominous, Amber.
And I want to see them I want them to see me making my pre-workout with my dog, and I want them to like come to social media and like me be their safe place. So I just feel like showing up every single day and being consistent in all of those things, like not just the fun stuff. The stuff that's not fun, like getting your ass kicked by Autumn or, Jennifer, whoever. Show the good stuff, show the not so fun stuff, and just make sure that you're doing that every single day, because the more consistent you are, the more comfortable people are going to be reaching out to you, whether it's to join you or whether it's just to be like, hey, I love your shirt. Do you have a link for that? Whatever it is, people aren't comfortable doing that with total strangers. And we all know how social media works. Eventually, you're not a total stranger to people that you actually are a total stranger to. So I think consistency, and I mean, I know it's tricky, but you just got to stick with it. I know that it's really hard, especially when you're not seeing success right out of the gate, but it happens. It does happen. It comes with time and lots of consistency and lots of discipline. God. You have to be disciplined enough to know that you have to sit down every single day and work your business. Minimum, I would say, of an hour a day. Yeah. And if you're doing that every single day, you're going to see success. And I would also say,
I can't hear you. Let me try to.
I'm not going to tell you not to work your ass off every single day, because I do think that you need to do that. And I do think you should push yourself towards big goals that probably scare the hell out of you. But I think that if you say, I'm going to hit Success Club by Friday, and Friday comes and you don't, and then you just quit for the rest of the month, then obviously that's not okay. But if Friday comes and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this by Monday for sure. Like, just don't quit. Just don't quit. Just don't quit. That's my number one advice. Can you talk a little about
how many people are on the Zoom?
conversations
Let me
from
ask.
connecting
I
to
think there's
inviting?
only 30 who confirmed.
So again, I just keep it very authentic and very genuine, and I don't like word vomit
If you quit selling, then
anymore.
that
I
affects
mean,
my income.
obviously, we've all been there.
Don't
But
quit.
if I have a genuine conversation going with someone about life, kids, husbands, whatever, like, I don't necessarily say, hey, you know, I know you know that I do this. I go through my stories. I see that they, you know, probably watch my workout clip. Okay. So I'll just send a message from my stories and be like, hey, ready for you to do this anytime now, or ready for you to join me any minute. Like, I just keep it super basic. We're already talking. We're already friends, in my opinion. And she's watching my stories. She sees me showing up every single day. And so I'm just going to keep it super basic. Like, hey, you should do this with me. Or, hey, I have a discount if you want to do this with me. Like, I don't really send like a big long invite anymore. I mean, I used to, of course, but I feel like this works better. I feel like when you're sending an invite to someone, the invite has to sound like you sound on your stories. If I sent somebody an invite and I was like, oh my God, hey girl, you should totally join me. And then they went and watched my stories and they know that that's not how I talk, I would certainly not sign up with me. I would be like, that's really fake. That is not how you actually sound. So another thing that I feel like works for me is I feel like a voice memo is better than just like sending, you know, especially if you're talking with them. I treat these people, you guys, like they've been my friends. Like, they're already a part of my boot camp. Like, they're already a part of my world, because to me they are. If they're watching my life every single day in my stories, to me it's not hard to convert the conversation to, you know, an invite, because I feel like we're friends. So
she feels like they're friends, but they're not friends.
Storefront?
So
okay, cool. Do you want to sign up for my boot camp? All right, cool. Like, I don't, and I will tell you that since I've kind of taken that approach, I don't get ghosted nearly as often. People at least respond back and they're like, oh, well, I have a membership at this gym, but, you know, let me know when you're running your next group or whatever. And then I just say, groups are always open to you. You just reach out to me anytime. And then maybe, you know, 3 or 4 weeks later, I'll be like, hey girl, still waiting on you. You ready to do it yet? Like, I just keep it super basic. I just think about what I would want.
I don't want any of
Like,
this. No thanks.
I wouldn't want somebody flying into my inbox like, hey,
yeah,
you should totally do this with me. I have this boot camp going, and I would just be like, okay, no, that's weird. Don't do that to me, please. Hold on. If you're being super honest, I'm getting annoyed at challengers like to themselves. I'm rooting for them, giving them everything I can, and it's hard because you can
35 people on their Zoom call.
Okay, well,
on Emily's call.
We're nearing the end of the year, so you're going to have a lot of boot campers, I feel like, kind of take a step back. Things are busy, lives are getting busy, you know, Christmas parties, kids are sick, like there's so much going on. So I send out weekly emails, and that does seem to help a lot. So I send out a weekly email every single Monday, and on Wednesdays I send it to like I have a last 90 group going right now. So on Mondays I send a check-in to everybody, like all of my boot campers. And then on Wednesday, I send a specific check-in to the girls in the last 90 group, just because I want them to know that they're getting, you know, like I want them to, number one, I want them to stay with me. Number two,
hey,
like
Tish.
they committed to the last 90. So I know how good it'll feel at 90 days if they've completed the whole 90 days. But that does seem to help. Something else, if I feel like I had girls that were like really excited to get started, or maybe, like we're checking in on the post every single day, maybe they aren't anymore, then what I'll do
Emily's
is
on the call, but in
I'll just
bed.
like personally reach out to them on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, or text sometimes, like,
oh my God.
And I'll just say, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Is everything going okay? Because even though like I try and personalize those emails, they may not feel like it's personal enough. And maybe they want some more like one-on-one interaction. Now, a lot of times they don't respond, because if they've kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit, then, you know, it's hard to admit that. I mean, I know that it was hard for me to admit that whenever I would, you know, fall off the wagon and stop going to the gym or whatever. So sometimes it's hard for them to admit that. So I would just let them know that, you know, you're there if they need anything, you know, and let them know, like, hey, it's the end of the year. I know that it's hard to kind of stay on track right now, but if anybody needs anything, I'm here. Something else that's worked for engagement for me in the past too, I think Sarah's on here. Yeah. We sometimes in our group will do like, I don't really know what you would call it, I guess, but we'll do like weekly, it's basically like a boot camp they can buy into. So like a $10 buy-in or $20 buy-in will be like 30 days. And we'll do like weekly prizes, and I just keep that super simple. And the weekly prizes will be for like, you know, who's checking in the most, who's engaging the most, you know, who's dropping recipes, just however you want to do. And the few times I've done that, I think I've done that 3 times, like tons of engagement in the group. And as soon as, you know, 3 or 4 people are engaging, I feel like the rest of the group kind of just follows suit. So don't get discouraged though, because just know, same, we're all there. I can't get people to engage in my bot group at all. How can I motivate them? Okay, I have not had very much success with bot groups. If I'm being honest,
That's Emily
Facebook
on the
groups
call
and
right now.
bot groups exclusively, and ran bot groups for like
She
6
is
to
not
8
feeling
months, and
well.
I was super engaged. I was on it, and people did not engage with me there. But on Facebook, I get tons of engagement. So I think it just depends on the people, because like Jeanette doesn't do anything on Facebook. She runs all of her groups on bot groups, and then she has like text pods on Instagram. I don't have success like that either. So I think it just depends on the group, and what's working for some people may not always work for others. For me, Facebook works the best. And I know this might sound insane, but I think it's like the age demographic for me. Like a lot of my friends are still like the old school Facebookers. So adding another app that they have to go check in on is, you know, annoying to them. So they would much rather just like check in on Facebook, because us old people, we're still getting on Facebook pretty regularly. You know what I'm saying? So now they're just checking in on an app they're already in. You know what I mean? So, I mean, sometimes you got to change
Emma,
things
we're
up.
just going to put you right
went
here
back to Facebook,
so you can be an ornament.
I mean, I still have
with
bot
us.
groups, but that's exclusively where I run like my big group, and we get a ton more engagement there than we ever did on. Prizes help too. Oh, Rochelle says she still does bot and Facebook. Oh, Emily said bot groups don't work for him. Yeah,
I don't think they know how to use Discord, Jessica.
I mean, I like the idea behind bot groups, but I do feel like it's hard when you have people like following you on Instagram, you're friends with Facebook, and then
I'm trying to put you in an ornament, Emma.
One more app, you know what I mean? Like, I
I'll
feel like
take
it's
you
a
off.
lot, but I don't know. And I'm old, so Facebook seems to be the way to go for me.
She's not. What are we talking
You guys
about?
have any more questions? You can toss them in.
How do you feel about your meeting being streamed? I don't
You can
know.
drop this, Becky Arnold. I mean, it's debatable, but can everybody drop in the chat like what their like end of year goal is? I mean, I know we only have a couple weeks left, but are you shooting for anything specific?
No one is. They're
Not
jumping
do
ship.
75 bars.
Diamond, emeralds. Team builder.
They don't know how to push
Please
present,
don't
so
do
there's
that.
no hope for
Yes,
Discord. That's
successful
true,
team
Kristen.
builder, elite and top 10.
And that's
What
true.
is going
Discord
on?
can be
Oh my
intimidating.
God, that makes me so happy.
Someone is raising their hand in the
Okay,
chat down there.
So for those of you that are shooting for just, you know, like hitting Success Club, same. I highly encourage anyone who's been in the game for a while, if you are maybe struggling with conversations, something that is always a go-to for me, and I've said this forever now, is going through your renewals every single week. I send renewal reminders every single week of every
Thanks,
single month.
Jessica.
So the last week of November, I'm sending renewal reminders to everybody in December. And then in December, I'm sending renewal reminders every single week. Now I'm sending them out for January. I feel like it's a really great way to get 2 SC points. It's also a really good way to upgrade a customer to a discount coach. So if you're not doing that, definitely do that, because number one, Success Club. Number two, it's another coach. And something that Jeanette and I are also doing is we're just like letting people know, you know, like some people want a bonus, but they don't really want to work the business. So we just like let them know, like, hey, we'll do, like, I'll help you, but you can earn $100 bonus by bringing 2 friends with you, and I'll help you get them all signed up and everything like that. And that's an easy way for them to earn some of their money back from enrollment and for them to hit Emerald. And that clearly helps you out too. So that's something that Jeanette and I have kind of been talking to our teams about. And also, like, we've been talking about it on our stories a lot too.
It's not super interesting, Karina.
Okay, if you
it's
are somebody shooting for diamonds,
this is Emily's team call.
I need to remind you that it's only 12 people. And I know that that sounds really overwhelming because you're like, oh my God, 12 people. I'm having a hard time getting like 2 or 3.
She's on one of the shows.
You know,
I'll tell you,
I know
Tish.
that everyone on this call has 12 friends, has 12 acquaintances, has neighbors, soccer mom friends, softball friends, whatever the case may be. And I think that sometimes we are way more intimidated by those people than we are the people that don't know us and they're watching us on social media. And I encourage you to remember that your next door neighbor needs this in their life just as much as some stranger on Instagram.
No.
You have no idea like what they're dealing with, you know.
Exactly. You don't know what they're dealing with, and it could be incredibly bad to just reach out and then say, oh yeah, it's all for money.
For a really long time. And it intimidates them to ask you, and you're intimidated to invite them. They're probably just as intimidated to ask you for help, because I know for me, I never wanted to admit that I couldn't do it on my own because I was an athlete my whole life, and because I felt like I could do this on my own when I clearly could not. But it was hard for me to even reach out to a stranger. It was hard for me to reach out to Emily on Instagram. So I feel like it's probably harder for those people to reach out to someone they know personally. So just remember that, you know, those people probably need you just as much, if not more, than somebody you don't know. And
No.
look, at this point, if you're striving for a diamond, I would be like literally pedal to the metal for the rest of the month. Like,
no, it's Christmas time. What the hell?
For sure. How good would it feel, you guys, to lock in a rank that you've been working towards, like, to start the new year? Like, I just got goosebumps. Like, it would feel so freaking amazing. Like,
oh my God.
I talk to Jeanette every day, so I know Jeanette's like shooting for premiere right now, and I know she's working her ass off to do it. And
that's why they would need them to work.
I know how good it's going to feel for her when she does it, but I can't even imagine how it's going to feel to wake up on January 1st and be like, damn, new goal, I'm headed for elite or whatever. So if you're headed for diamond right now, I would literally, like, everything you got. Like, pull out all the stops, just for sure go for it. Because there's really nothing saying that you can't do it, honestly. It is 12 people.
So cute.
12 friends.
Oh, sweet.
Often you follow up with renewals. They don't respond. I had a couple in early December that never answer my emails every week. I send literal emails to them every single week. I created a spreadsheet, and so every time someone signs up with me, they go on the spreadsheet for that month. So if someone signs up in December, I add them to my December spreadsheet when I'm adding them to my email list, and that way every end of November the December girls are getting an email. It's really easy for me just to copy and paste it right from there, and I send it like I sent renewals out today. I have a girl checking out tonight who is a renewal. Like, she doesn't want to upgrade to a coach, but she's a regular customer, so that's 2 SC points. Like, so I send it every single week. And then usually like mid-month, I start sending them for the following month. Like, hey, you're coming up for renewal. Like, you guys, I have a large family, and everything we do in this house is on a very, very tight budget. So if I can save somebody some money and get them more for the amount of money they're going to pay, I'm going to do that. And if that means they have to enroll or renew a little bit early because, you know, we don't know what what the discounts are going to be in January, whatever. Like, I'm upfront and honest about all of that. Like, if you let this auto renew, you're going to pay $120 for just this. But if you let me renew you, then you're going to get this, and this for $60 more. And it just makes more sense. It just literally makes the most sense. So as soon as I put it to them like that, most of the time they're cool with it. I mean, obviously I don't get a ton of responses from like the free leads that we're given. I don't typically get a ton of responses from them, but every now and then, you know. And then also something that I know Jeanette did this. I also did this
think
today
so. I don't
was
know.
anybody that was inactive, any preferred customers or discount coaches that were inactive under me or my spouse account, I sent share carts to for the sure thing today. So
Of course you did.
Oh,
it gets
okay.
them active.
Let me send you
Yes,
my
every
link
percent product on ownership to do
and
with
give you
Yeah.
hostship.
I'm not doing sure thing and I haven't like talked about it. So it's hard for me to like, you know what I mean? What email program to use. I use Flowdesk, and I was super ticked on the retreat because Jeanette's like, Becky, why do you pay $38 a month for that? Because I was like, damn, it is really expensive, but it's
Hold
so
on.
helpful. And she's like, I only paid $19.
I need to switch
and
out
I emailed
Zooms
them
real
and they're
quick.
like, yeah, here's a discount code to use. I'm like, well, shit. So it's only $19 a month, and it's
Okay, I'm putting a new Zoom in. Sorry. Start. Okay. Going with computer audio. Mute.
I just get so mad when they try to say they're saving people money and all they're doing is actually making them pay more.
Yep.
Well, and even just telling them that like Diamond is so easy. Only 2.3% of people ever get to Diamond.
Yeah.
If it was so easy, then why isn't everyone
Everybody would do it.
They make they always make it sound like you're not working hard enough or you're just not doing something right when it whatever.
Exactly. It's clearly your fault because it's so easy.
Yep.
Just work harder in December. Ignore your family during Christmas. They'll be fine.
Let's see.
I get a ton of responses through that. I don't know why. I get more responses when I send out an email through Flowdesk rather than if I just send out an email directly from my Gmail account. Maybe it's because it looks prettier. I don't know.
Just made you host.
I have no idea. But
you host.
Any great sayings for a New Year group? I am awful at that. So if anybody has any great sayings for a New Year group, drop them in the chat. I'm not good at stuff like that. I'm not creative when it comes to things like that at all. If you have a lot of customers, I would highly recommend doing like a email service.
Moving it around. Hold on.
It's so, and you can like schedule. I don't know how Aweber is. Is that how you say that? Aweber? I don't know. But you can like in Flowdesk, you can like schedule things. So you can schedule like every Sunday. I create my emails for the week, like my check-in emails. I do like a Tough Love Tuesday, and I open that up to anybody, so anybody can get those.
Okay.
I send out my meal plans on Thursdays, and then I do one check-in for like my last 90 group, and I schedule all of those on
We've
Sundays.
Got another
so I don't even
here.
have to, like, there's no guesswork for me. The only thing I have to do is the one on Thursdays, the meal plan, because those don't come out till Thursdays.
Someone has had their hand raised the entire call, and they are not answering it. This little, in the bottom right-hand corner, that little gray box you see, someone has been raising their hand for the entire chat, and they're not answering it.
I just put, mine's just New Year group.
It is at 78 cents today.
That must make Papa Carl so mad.
I'm a fan.
He's going to be eating his pudding.
When are your New Year groups starting? Mine's starting January 2nd, and I'm actually giving options that for me. So I'm doing job 1, and then I'm going back to Lift More. So I just know Lift More is a lot for like beginners to commit to. I think it's fine for them to do, but it's a lot to commit when you're enrolling and then you have to buy a bench and all of that. So I wanted to make sure people had another option. And plus, 20 minutes a day.
What about Sure Thing?
Yeah. Good question. Good question, Jen.
PC upgrades to Coach with the Sure Thing completion pack. How can you make it the best thing for their buck? The discount codes don't apply.
Emily just said New Year, New You in the chat.
If the discount codes apply? I don't know. I haven't done a completion pack in forever. Anything $149 or more.
I did that one too.
So
I did it too.
Oh.
PC upgrades to Coach with the Sure.
And I'm pretty sure I did the Healthy Me one too.
I think the
that
Sure
Autumn's
Thing
doing
completion
with her
pack
diet bet.
is $149.
I think there's like 30 people on the call now.
I think.
There you go.
And so it should count.
the discount code, and then also if they're upgrading to coach from PC, it's free. Like it'll say it's $2.99, but then when it goes to the cart, it'll be $0.
Yeah, if they do an upgrade like that with any, I'm gonna call it.
Jen also is a personal trainer. You can work with her.
Completion pack, their coach fee is waived. They won't have to pay that. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
I'm doing job.
They're reading questions in the chat right now.
It did make sense, I guess. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Emma, definitely better than
all over the place, but hopefully.
And no, Sherry, they do not have water fitness videos.
I don't like to prepare things for this because I feel like it's better just to wing it. It's all about winging it, you guys.
All about winging it? What the hell is this?
What? What are we winging?
Where's my
everything?
Weird.
What the hell?
I don't wing nothing. I had a call. I just got off a call with my group members.
Recognition she wanted to share.
No winging.
Love it.
There was an agenda and a presentation from a guest that she wanted to present.
Love it. I love to hear it.
Without having to log out. And we had 2 new coaches and the Success Club board. That was all I had to share. I know Lexi had a new coach and there was somebody else that was a new coach. Lexi posted her new coach in the group today.
They only had 2 new coaches in the last
week. Grayson, who's on this call, is the new coach too.
Yeah, Grayson and Lexi. Girl. That was it. Yeah, comments, dude.
Wow.
How does Jenny know?
Okay. Well.
Wait, Jenny, how do you know? Are you in the Zoom too, Jenny?
On the call. I'm sorry that
I don't know.
Recognition, but I have to log out and update my computer to be able to do that.
Oh, I have no idea.
My computer's 10 years old. Okay.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. We're done early. So if you guys need anything, let us know. If you're running towards diamonds,
jump ship.
You're down to a few weeks. Go do it. Go do it.
Just go do it.
Okay.
Just do it.
Love
No
you
help.
guys.
No help.
No help at all. Oh,
Emily Favre has left the meeting immediately before anyone else did. Holy crap.
Wait, did I just see Jeanette Isley in there who was posted Modere on her?
Yep, you did. Yes, you did.
She posted Modere, and then the very next one she posted her Shakeology.
Yep.
So it's like, what are you doing?
What
are you doing?
You know how that is just slimy to do. It's the behavior of that. It doesn't, from a marketing perspective, it is a fail. So I'm trying to describe the behavior, or like if you are trying to raise money for a foster family and then you post your affiliate after affiliate after affiliate after those posts, it just misses the mark. It misses the mark in a big way. Oh. I end up getting accepted to that Facebook group. Hunter, stop it. I gave Hunter a Beachbody link for a big group and he's in now. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, Hunter will have to stream. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh, even if we can just get Hunter's comments, a stream of Hunter's comments from there, that'd be great.
Oh my gosh.
Did you all see what I posted the other day in the Snark text message about how there was a comment in one of Brian Freeman's posts?
Yes.
And there were 98 comments under the one comment of how many people were leaving Beachbody and canceling.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. I mean, it's good for us. That's good for us. It's not good for the stock price. It's not good for Carl.
I need those people to come to me and stop going to Brienne. I mean, I like her and all.
I was listening to something and they said that now there's maybe 100,000 coaches. Maybe.
Wow.
I think Amy Mashburn posted something about that
coaches,
a while ago.
According to all the coaches that are leaving, I mean, it's a saturated market.
Well,
I mean, you just read what they're saying.
How is it saturated if there's no more coaches anymore? I don't know.
I mean, one of the biggest coaches left, Lindsay Stay left, and she's now the top of the company over in Modere. How many people do you think she took from Beachbody?
Oh, a ton.
Oh,
A crapshoot. A crap ton.
And
A
you
crap
know
ton.
she had a really good bridge contract too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Can
maybe
somebody
even
explain what a bridge contract is to the people, because I'm not really familiar with it.
sure.
Yeah.
So they promise to supplement your income for a specific period of months if you promise to hit certain sales goals within a time period. So they say we'll give you 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month for 6 months if you can bring in this many people and if you can get your volume to this rank. So that's a very generic explanation.
Bridge contract.
But I think some people are saying, oh, I don't get bridge contracts, but they may end up getting a bonus check at the end of the year if they get to a specific volume, which would not be a bridge contract. And I think that's maybe how some people are saying, I wasn't paid to come over here. I wasn't blah,
Right.
blah, blah. And they're getting something, I think. Or they're getting promised to be placed at the top, in my opinion, and having people stacked underneath them.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
there's something beneficial to going to Modere.
Yeah, it's like they're buying out somebody else's like team,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yep.
Well, I mean, and the person that they're going under is, Justin Prince, and
Yep. Justin's been in
Allegedly.
many lawsuits. He has a book.
allegedly,
I will say,
I
allegedly.
allegedly, I know of someone who did get a bridge contract from a certain company to go to Modere. So, allegedly.
Well, I would say
In my
allegedly
opinion.
there is a top coach in Beachbody that was placed right under Lindsay and purchased a whole line under Lindsay Matway. And that is how they
Wow.
became at the top. So I mean
Yeah.
Beachbody does it too.
That was Scotty, wasn't it? That was Scotty Hobbs, wasn't it?
Yes,
What?
allegedly.
Scotty Hobbs?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
I need you all. So I need to put this out to the YouTube people. I don't know if you all saw the video that I shared the other day from Savvy. Is it Savvy reads books? Is that, or writes
Yep.
books?
Yep.
She interviewed a T25 test group person on her YouTube, anonymously. I don't want to talk smack about Sean because he was not there most of the time, but those people that are in the test group, like, they're not real people. You need to listen. Everybody needs to go and listen to that YouTube, because that girl spills some
They're
tea.
paid actors. Yeah, they're
They're
paid.
paid actors. No, they're not really paid actors. The way that she explained it is they are paid by a gym membership. Their meals are provided for them. And they are, the whole time that they are there, they are primed to be coaches and to become Beachbody coaches. And especially if you have a large following, they put you in a Facebook group. And guess who in the T25 Facebook group, guess who was the very hands-on person with all of these paid actors?
Oh, Tanya.
Tanya.
Oh yeah,
Britney
absolutely.
Spears backup dancer. Yep.
What?
Because she
So,
used
Well, she was in the program.
she used the program after she had her son, and that's how she was the modifier.
So these people, they were also they were controlled what they ate. They were given box lunches, breakfast, dinner, like Shakeology. They were actually doing workouts in the gym, not necessarily just T25. They were actually doing other workouts. And the recordings that you see of them in their home working out are just little snippets that they had to record to send in.
What?
And the before and after photos, they would purposely mess the people's hair up so that it would look like, they were just all disheveled, and they would purposely make their clothes would be smaller. They would make them buy smaller clothes, and they would make sure that they were And they would make sure that they were flat-footed with no shoes on so that they had no definition in their legs.
Oh my God!
Mm-hmm.
And that was just T25 that I heard about. And when they started to think that people were getting a little bit, allegedly, when they thought people were getting just a little bit like off course and not where they should be, somebody would come and give them a motivational speech to pep them up a little bit.
Hypothetically, who is this someone?
Hypothetically, it was Shanti.
Oh my God! Carl Deichler, are you expletive kidding me?
You have to listen to this YouTube. Savvy Writes Books. I will
pinned
share it on. Did you pin it? Okay.
Yep, Savvy Writes Books.
Savvy Writes Books. You have to look it up. It's called DC, I'll send you the link so you can. Do you want to put it in the show notes?
Yeah, I can. If there's a mod available, can you go grab Savvy's link and put it in the chat for everybody, and I'll put it in the show notes too.
Yeah, the video itself, because it was hard for me to find it.
Okay.
But the reason that I brought this up is because whoever that person is, I would love to interview them on the podcast. But I would keep it anonymous, 100%. If this gets out anywhere. But yes, shout out to Savvy. I watched that and I couldn't believe it. I did not know half the stuff that was going on.
The interviewed person didn't even make the cut?
Yeah.
You?
Because it took her 90 days. It took her so if you lost your weight in a certain amount of time, right, then you could stop. But it took her the full 90 days and she still didn't lose the weight. So she didn't even make the cut, and it caused her to have a lupus flare up. They were eating like 800 to 1,000 calories a day.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I can still surprise you, DC. Like, I literally can't.
I can't either. You know what? Every time I'm like, I'm going to give Carl the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give Autumn the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give everyone at Beachbody the benefit of the doubt. But no, here we are. Deception.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
So I was gonna say, when I got chosen for the 21 Day Fix infomercial and I won the $500, when like the promo that they put up for me, like when I won the $500, was they framed it as I lost all this weight just from doing the 21 Day Fix.
Yeah.
But it was different programs. It was Insanity, it was T25, and then it was 21 Day Fix over a year, like 16 months, over 16 months. But they framed it as it was just doing a couple rounds of 21 Day Fix, when that wasn't the case at all.
You know, the crazy thing is, like, I believe people when they say, like, oh, I have the best of intentions. I believe people. I'm that person. And every time it's like, no, you were lying straight to my face. What are we doing here? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's just like, I was talking to somebody in my DMs, and I'm sorry that I can't remember who it was, but they were telling me, they were like, you mean to tell me that all I needed to do to have a great before and after photo was to buy smaller size clothes for my before photo and then just wear normal clothes in my after? And I was like, yeah, apparently that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, and I think that's one of the reasons that we weren't successful, maybe because we all wanted I wanted an actual transformation. I wanted a difference. I didn't just want to show one. I wanted to actually make changes, and I was not able to make any sustainable changes.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, so that's why none of us were successful. We didn't lie. We didn't want to cheat. We didn't want to be I mean, we were deceiving in our own way, but we weren't like that deceiving. I mean, I'll tell you right now, there are before and after pictures on my other Instagram. Y'all are welcome to go look at them and laugh at them all you want. I don't care. But I'm in my bathing suit. In one picture, my stomach is pushed completely out. The other picture, I'm sucking it in. And that was my lift transformation photo.
Wow.
I think I deleted all of my transformation pictures except for like the ones that I've sent you guys that I've found just randomly.
Yeah, it's on my old Instagram. I just don't mess with it. I pull content from it every once in a while. But
I mean, it could be on my Instagram all the way down at the bottom, but I don't go that far.
Well, it's
Amber-
really interesting.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, listening to the things that Becky was saying in this call, I know those were the same things that were being shared in the calls that I was on, because all of my posts right now, when you're looking back at 6 or 7 years, they're all like, oh my gosh, I am like, I sucked so hard this weekend, but I'm back in and I'm committed to doing this. And like the guilt, and like, I can't, December is ridiculous for everybody. And it's like, why the amount of pressure that you feel, and then you feel the pressure to like confess your sins on Facebook. And, you know, because that's how you're going to get people. It makes you more relatable.
Yeah.
And like, it's so just looking back at at all of my history posts right now, that it is making me so sad, because I'm like, I'm barely surviving this year. Like, and that's great. That is my goal. Get through it.
Yeah.
Like,
Amber, can I ask you a question? You said you won that competition in Beachbody, the $500, like the transformation. When you did that, how soon did that happen to when you got out? And did you have, like, when you won, did you maintain? Did you gain any weight back? Like, was it mentally, like, can you just describe that a little bit?
So when I won that, I was still technically a pretty new coach. Like, it was within like my first like year almost, I guess, of probably more like 6 months of coaching, but like a year of doing like Beachbody programs, because I didn't know about the MLM side when I, saw the infomercial of Insanity, and then I ordered it off the infomercial.
Yeah.
So it was probably, like 6 months or so, like into actually being an active coach, that I won that. And I maintained for a while, until I started focusing on building muscle with like hammer and chisel and stuff. And then I gained probably like 20 pounds back, but I attributed it to muscle gain.
Growth, or gains. Yeah.
Even though I wasn't really like eating more food, I was still eating the same.
Yeah.
I completely wrecked my metabolism.
Sure.
Pretty much. So, and then it was still like another 2 years before I even hit Diamond. So like once I hit Emerald, I was Emerald for like 2 years until I hit Diamond.
Wow.
And then I got pregnant with DJ. And that's when everyone, like my upline was like, oh, this is going to be, your comeback. Your comeback into coaching, and because you can use your postpartum journey as your new selling point to get new people to come in, because I had been stagnant in my growth, and I couldn't find any new people wanting to join the coaching side.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So did you, like, what have you, not to like, to you to say like that you're giving recommendations, but like, were there books that were helpful for you after you left Beachbody? Did you work with a therapist? Did you, like, were there helpful materials that you like found to help you, or was it just like a natural process of leaving Beachbody and healing and all that other stuff?
I didn't work with the therapist. I've never touched another personal development book in my life. What?
Toaster.
Oh no, we're not putting peanut butter toast in the toaster. No. Peyton, go help her, please. No, we don't put the peanut butter on the toast first. We toast the toast, and then we put the peanut butter. Help her, please. I never touched another personal development book ever. And then, yes, I heard you. You smell like peanut butter. I heard. I heard you, girl. I haven't worked with a therapist. Yes, I know you have peanut butter toast. Okay, and no, what has helped me was really just getting on because I struggled with postpartum depression. So like getting on actual antidepressants and not using like exercise as like a crutch as I was using it, in Beachbody to deal with all the stresses and everything. And also the herbal medication I use. But yeah, it's just kind of been a learning process and just kind of just like talking to other people who have went through the same things have helped. But I do want to start therapy. It's just
Sure.
obviously finding the time
Yep.
because see, as you
Yeah.
can see, my life is
Yeah.
toddlers
Full.
and peanut butter.
Yep.
What? Look what's
Jen, I know. Jen, I know you're you're a certified personal trainer, and I know I say the wrong thing every time, but but I know that you have an interesting perspective about like. I know that you speak very vocally about health at every size, and I'm not going to say all the right things, but if someone from Beachbody finds this video and they're like, I know Jen may be I would say an incredible person to work with you if you're looking for someone, but do you have any like not advice? I mean, I guess advice for like people leaving about being scared about leaving like the rigidness of the Beachbody programs and suggestions about what they can do or
Therapy helped me.
okay.
I was able to go. Working with a registered dietitian, it was accessible to me. But one of the biggest things that helped me was connecting with other people and following social media accounts that were based off of intuitive eating and health at every size. And starting putting things on my social media feed of especially women and athletes in larger bodies.
Okay.
That helped. That's one of the things that helped me the most. And actually taking the time to message them and ask them questions. And I tell 99% of them were happy to answer. There are only very few that would either didn't answer or were like, don't talk to me type thing. But most of the people, if you reach out to them in the community, will help. But also at the same time, I'm going to say that pay people their labor.
Sure.
If you have a Patreon, if they, have a book, but also engage in their actual content on social media. Don't just DM them and ask them for crap.
Yeah. Can I ask you another question? I know that your process after leaving Beachbody has been. There's been a lot filled in after you've left. Do you have a recommendation, or can you share your experience, if you've even had one, where your body was one way when you were in and maybe it was different and healthier when you were out, but if you have people in your family or relatives or friends who, like the comments sometimes, if there were comments about like, oh, you look different, or you look, do you have like I don't know. I guess I'm asking wrong questions, but
no, I understand what you're trying to ask. Mostly, like when I was in it was like, oh my gosh, you lost so much weight, you look so good.
Yeah,
that happened a lot.
Yeah,
but those comments and the positive comments about my body when I started regaining the weight stopped.
Yep.
So it's not that they were commenting on my body; they were not commenting on my body anymore. They would comment on food that I make the choice to eat.
Yep.
Do you need that? You really want to eat that? Yes, bitch, I do.
Yeah.
And then a lot of it was sitting around a table with family, and they're talking about dieting and restriction and needing to exercise after eating a meal.
Yep.
So it's being around that and then learning how to set boundaries for myself, where either I say, hey, can we stop talking about this? I don't talk about food like that anymore. Or I would just get up and walk away, depending on the situation. But I learned those tools, and it took practice to be able to implement them. And sometimes it was really hard and scary, especially when you speak up and go, hey, I don't talk about food like that anymore. Can we please change the subject?
Yeah. Yep. It is very hard. And I know it's like we advocate for like, hey, you can pivot at any time. You can leave Beachbody. You can find a healthier option. You can do all this stuff. But it's complicated. It's complicated sometimes when you do leave. You have to relearn some things. You have to relearn, how to talk to yourself and also communicate to other people that, like you're saying, I've got different boundaries now. I don't talk about food like that. And if you're the lone one in your family group or your friend group who's trying to change and be healthy, it is hard. So I don't want to if you're in the chat or if you're in Beachbody and you're nervous about it, I want to acknowledge that it can be hard. It's hard for me, and I wasn't even in Beachbody, so so it's just it's
and a lot of it is going to depend on the support system that you have.
Yeah,
like if the people in your life around immediate support system, if you can communicate with them and get them on board, it makes it a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Well, I am so glad most of all the snarkers are here. We missed Emma. We loved having her in the chat. We've got an honorary. We've got
skipped our group call. She's gone.
We've got an honorary ornament up there for her, saving her spot. I'm gonna try to make some more fun things for us to snark together. For the Snarkmas. I guess this was an honorary off-brand Snarkmas for today. So, yeah. I can't wait for when we get to snark for real. And Emily Favre, we'll see you at your next. We'll see you at your next call. We'll see you at your next Google Hangout call. So,
they're going to try and figure out another way to stop us from getting in.
Yep, can't stop us.
Yeah,
for
I
long.
can't wait to hear what they say about this.
I know.
And hi, Dylan. Hey, Betsy.
Dylan.
Oh my gosh. I know. We're Beachbody's worst nightmare. Love to hear it. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and I will, I don't know. We'll see you on the next live stream. So, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.